prisión. Wilson Mayoma.
So go ahead. You were
Yeah,
saying.
when I- but,
This is on episode 292.
Episode 292. Like, subscribe, do the whole thing. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Oh, today is St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that's why I put the green on. Got the green on the kicks. Got the green on the hat. You know what I mean?
Damn, bro. What color my drawers?
You want to wear my hat?
Nah, I'm good.
All right.
They match your kicks. I don't want to be
You know.
cramping your style.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we were just talking about like trying to stay fit and stuff like that because he's really dropped a lot of weight. Abs about to be popping out, and I'm like, damn. At least I'm getting a little bit stronger. Like that's what I got is I'm getting a little stronger than I used to be.
When we were just saying, like, it's so the people on the internet. It's like that's not like an achievable. That's not like a realistic goal. That's what I was essentially getting at. Especially not at our age too. I just don't think that we have like those guys are all on gear.
And they're 20.
Yeah,
You know?
they got 4-digit testosterone levels.
Yeah, bro, I remember when I was in high school and we were doing the weightlifting like the weight program. Bro, literally in 3 weeks, all I did was the chest fly machine, like 4 sets of it. That was all I would do. 4 sets of the butterflies.
Yeah.
Bro, I swear to God, in a month, my shit was shredded in the middle.
Yeah.
I was like, but I was like 14.
Yeah, I believe it.
You know, it's like ridiculous. But no, we were talking about just like being lean versus what's realistic, what's not for your body type. And like he's saying for our age, I actually saw a bodybuilder that they asked him how he would do competing against Arnold. He said, they asked him, they're like, how do you think you would have competed with Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime and versus your prime? And he's like, the thing is, back then they weren't as lean as we are now.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, so that's the difference is now it's just the sport has advanced, has changed. He's like, we have the amount of muscle Arnold had and a smaller percentage of the body fat.
Yeah, dude, it's like that with like every sport. You know, basketball, baseball, any professional sport,
Boxing, MMA, name it.
These guys can't keep up. Those guys from the past would never be able to keep up with the guys in the future. When you look at bodybuilding, you look at like those first like Mr. Olympians,
Yeah.
or like bodybuilding in general when it during its inception. Those guys were not near. They look like regular dudes because the honest truth is that's what they were too. A lot of these guys that were competing in this professional bracket, they were selling vacuums as their job.
Yeah.
And then they did this as a hobby. Same thing with I feel like this is a thought. I don't know if this is true, but when like these big baseball leagues open and shit like that, were these guys also full-time playing baseball, or did they have day jobs too?
It depends. I mean, if you're talking about early on, I'm not sure, but Major League Baseball, like after a while, these guys that was their job. But, it wasn't the separation the way it is now. It was like the celebrity and stuff was big.
Yeah.
You were still invited to parties other people weren't invited to. But, these guys weren't making Floyd Mayweather money. They weren't
not
making.
by any means.
No. It's different for sure.
But the bodybuilding one is like a good visual perspective of how like much better we are now. And
Yeah.
it's also because we learned from all their mistakes.
Yeah,
Like,
and
all
it's
those
also-
years and years of bodybuilding education put together, plus all the fucking Mexican sups we got now.
Yeah, and the science. I mean, it's different now. Now it's broken down to macronutrients and stuff. They're doing it way differently. These guys are sculpting these guys. That's what they're doing. When they have their nutrition guy, because I saw there's one of them, I forget his name, but he does MMA fighters. And he has changed the weight cutting game. He's changed it. You know the guy I'm talking about?
Yeah, a lot of guys pick him up.
Yeah.
And end up.
He
like,
does
having
everybody's
the-
camp.
Yeah, they say they barely have to cut weight anymore. They're
Yeah.
cutting a very little bit of weight, and it's easy.
Like that guy says, okay, we need to carve this amount of weight. We're going to carve it from fat in this amount of time. And then they'll just cut that shit. They'll drop it off in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he controls
3 weeks.
their intake for that whole time.
Yeah,
though.
he's sculpting them. That's
Like-
that's the only way I can put it is he's like throwing clay on and carving it off.
He did
And
Ryan
like,
Garcia's last fight.
Okay, wow. That's
And
crazy.
It's funny because it came up. Ryan Garcia kind of got called out.
didn't even know
on
that.
he didn't get called out. There was like somebody clipped him on a stream, like talking to somebody. Somebody was like, "Yo, let's go out to eat and shit." And he was like, "I bet. Like, where you want to go?" And he was like, "Oh, wherever and shit." He goes, "It doesn't really matter to me." Like, essentially, like it got down to he's not gonna eat whatever they have anyways. And he's like, "Why not?" He's like, "Oh, I got like my prepared meals. Like, I have to eat that. Like, I can't
Yeah.
eat anything else. Like, this has exactly what I want."
Yeah.
Like, and it's like he's getting ready for his fight. Ron Garcia's a huge one who, I feel like that loss he took against was it Javante Davis?
Was it Tank? May have been Tank. Damn, I forget.
The loss
Yeah.
he took was because of the crazy weight cut. It's like he fights at such a low weight for what, and he's already a small guy. And when
Yeah.
you're that small, that weight is a larger percentage of your overall weight. When you're cutting 20 pounds, if you're 260, it's not the same thing as cutting 20 pounds when you're 160.
Yeah, it's a very different thing, and it also had to do with the lifestyle he was living at the time. He wasn't living the healthiest lifestyle, but yeah, that's what results in having to do the big weight cut.
Yeah.
You're out there, you're partying, you're drinking, you're eating, you're doing whatever, the distractions.
He won that one. The one he was drinking beers and shit in the press conference.
Yeah.
He ended up winning that fight, but I think that was all a hoax.
Yeah, I think he was bluffing.
I think he was
type of
trolling
shit.
us.
He was trolling, but this last fight he looked great. But back to the weight cutting, when you have these guys that you're able to outsource the thinking, these guys aren't thinking about weight. They're not thinking about it. They just outsource it and they cut it, and that wasn't available.
Yeah.
Back then with the the early bodybuilders and stuff. But
And also steroids.
yeah, well, they were taking steroids too. There was
but
just
don't got
like
the shit that we got.
No.
What's up with the peptides? What can you tell me about peptides? Because I see them online. You could buy them online. Can I just go to a doctor and he can give me peptides?
To be honest,
It's
dude,
so
I don't
big
really,
right now.
I don't know that much about peptides. I know it's in a lot of memes, like bodybuilding and weight training memes.
Because it's a huge thing right now. Everybody's getting on peptides and shit. And there's different peptides for different things. They just had, what's his name, Adam 22 on a podcast with some 21-year-olds shooting peptides into his dick.
Yeah, they're providers.
They're like
Providers are what can prescribe them. Licensed telemedicine providers and compounding pharmacies for medical use. So I imagine they're clinically guided prescription platforms like Ways to Well and telehealth services connect you with doctors for legitimate prescription peptides. Yeah, their examples are GLP-1s, which GLP-1 is
Yeah, the weight loss one.
the weight loss stuff. Yeah, it's interesting, but
Yeah, I'm trying to get on the peptide wave.
see, I'm just trying to really get as strong as I can.
Naturally.
Yeah, I just want it not as strong as I can, just stronger than I am to where I want to feel different.
Yeah.
Like when I come back to train, I'm gonna get tapped, I'm gonna get beat up, but I just want to feel different in the clinch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you want to get to that way, like, through your own, like, ways? Like, I'm kind of half joking about getting on peptides. The truth is I'm too lazy. I don't want to go see somebody or pay. And I'm too lazy and too cheap. So I'd rather just starve myself. So are you saying that you want to get to that way naturally?
Oh no.
Because I learned you don't win nothing for that.
Nah,
you
I
don't
don't-
get nothing for playing it naturally.
Nah, I don't care. I don't care about. I'll take anything that won't mess with my sex drive
Yeah, right.
and like my.
That's where the peptides come in.
Yeah, I'll take it. Honestly, I will take anything that will get me stronger, like a lot stronger, in a fraction of the time. I will take that.
Yeah.
Just as long as it doesn't mess with my gear. I'll take the gear that
That's
don't
the
mess with
only
my
thing
gear.
I care about. Real
Dude,
quick, I wanna
Lord,
catch
take
up on-
my eyes.
Yeah,
Don't take.
Real quick, I'm gonna catch up on the chat. Can you fix that headphone thing? I think it's.
Is it buzzing for you too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom says we're 10 minutes late. What do we pay you guys for? You know what? The truth is, yeah, we were 10 minutes late.
We weren't. I'm sorry. We were preparing for you guys and we were getting some things worked out.
Looking up
'cause-
a new topic that just emerged.
yeah, the
Brand new
exclusives.
stuff. Yeah, and I was getting a warm seltzer. Shout out to Justin. Thank you, bro. He said Ozempic ? Is Ozempic a peptide?
Ozempic is GLP-1.
They're the same. Oh, so it is a peptide.
It's a GLP-1. So is Wegovy. So is.
So here's the honest truth, because we talked a lot of shit about Ozempic and all the is it GLP-1? All the GLP-1s for a long time. We said terrible things and we said we would never do them. And I kind of still feel that way, but only because I have the ability to lose the weight.
Yeah.
It's
Here's
easy
my
for
thing.
me to feel that way.
For some reason, I had more of a stigma attached to the injected version.
Yeah.
Because they make capsules now,
Yeah.
and summer's around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
This is why people should never ever take anything we say on this fucking show and find us on Instagram and harass us about it.
No, but this is why we just say that we have evolving opinions,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Everybody evolves in their thought process.
Dude, there's at least an hour and a half of us just talking about how we would never do it, how terrible it is, how you don't earn it, and with saying terrible things about people that consume that choose that route. And now I feel differently.
Yeah, but at the same time, the effort on our end is also there.
I think yeah. So here's the thing.
You know what I mean?
This is my perspective. This is my new perspective on GLP-1. If you're going to take it, then you need to understand that when you get off of it, and you have to get off of it, it's not a forever thing.
It's not for everything.
That you need to work just as hard as you should have been working that whole time, right? You still need to work to maintain that. It's not like something you're just gonna get back on. You don't want to gain all this weight and then do it and then take it again and then get like just use it as a Kickstarter to a new like a lifestyle.
Yeah, it should be kind of a pedestal, not that you're dependent on that
It's
forever.
like a stepping stone almost.
But you know, I don't really know. Just like I used to say I would never take steroids, I'll take steroids.
Yeah. Oh, dude. If somebody just helped, if somebody just took, when somebody told me, "Hey, I got a doctor,"
Yeah.
I got a doctor, I would be like, "Oh shit, I'll go to that," and now my insurance will pay for this stuff.
Yeah. I'm about to get my testosterone checked. And if I get on it, you want to see TRT, Justin, bro? Are y'all ready for TRT, Justin?
I know at my age, my shit got to be reading low, or at least low enough for somebody to be able to squint at it and tell me it's low.
There's certain things that make me think differently, you know, because
My morning erection? Are you talking about you or me?
both of us, I guess you could think about yourself, whatever you got. But like me, I'm like, it can't be low. I'm like, it can't be. It's not possible.
Well, you don't have to hit every symptom. You could be only hitting a couple of the symptoms.
What, like hair loss?
No, no, but you lost your hair.
I started losing my hair in my like early 30s.
Yeah, so I don't think it would be that, but like exhaustion, like feeling tired.
Okay, could be, but see
Because
the
I'd
problem.
be feeling tired midday. I'd be feeling like I could take a fucking nap, and I never felt that way when I was in my 20s.
Yeah, the thing is though, number one, you could probably be consuming more calories for the amount you work out. And for me, I haven't tried other things. Like I have insulin spikes and crashes. Like, you know, I drink beers. I'll drink alcohol. That right there is like, it's almost exclusively sugar. You know, it's exclusively sugar, zero nutrients. So that adds to the calories. So, you know, that causes me to kind of spike. Like I'll be home after I drink, like in the evening, if I have some drinks or something, I'll chill out, but then I'll get tired later on. Like I'll just go to sleep, and I think it's from the insulin spike. Just like if I have, let's say I eat like a croissant in the morning or something like that. I can't do that because I crash at 2:00.
Dude, I had a cheesecake the other day in the middle of the night. I woke up feeling like I drank a fucking 32 and Natty Ice.
Yeah, I know, bro. You wake up, it's glucose hangover.
First of all, I woke up in the middle of the night and took the most monstrous dump, bro. I broke water. It was like 3 a.m. and I was turning the lights on. I had to take a look at this fucking thing I left in there.
A fucking monolith.
Dude, you ever seen those fucking snapping turtles that are like 150? In the middle of the night, it looked just like one of them, bro. Coming out the water, bro. Disgusting.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's
and it wasn't
hilarious.
even that good. I was just, we got to get to the topics. I wanted to tell you about how much yard work I did this weekend. It was disgusting.
Tell me about it. I fixed my dryer, bro.
I'm so impressed.
Are you?
With your dryer fixing story?
Yeah, it wasn't the craziest mechanical repair.
Nah, bro, it was.
You know?
You found a part that people didn't even know existed.
It was just a matter of diagnosing it, like going through and seeing what the likely problems were, because it was heating. So I'm like, it could really be like one of like three things.
What was it not doing that made you want to that made you have to check it?
It just wasn't drying clothes because it wasn't spitting heat.
It wasn't getting hot.
It wasn't getting hot.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you fixed it, because I feel like sometimes when I do things in the house, right, and it's like something like that, and I'll mention it. My girl doesn't give me the level of enthusiasm that I need, right? And it's because in her mind, she tells me, she's like, yeah, like, I'm not surprised that you fixed that shit. You're supposed to fix that shit. But she doesn't know that I was riding the razor's edge. I was either gonna fix this or kill myself, because this was gonna heat up, or I'm taking the toaster with me.
Bro, she doesn't know that I'm like, if I don't fix this right now, we're going to the laundromat till May. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if you get it. Like, this needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
You know, her pops is like, oh, you could buy a new one and shit. And I'm like, yeah, you could buy a new one.
Or I could fix this shit.
And I was like, all right, here we go. I was like, research time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, research
dude,
time.
That's how you got to do it. Listen,
you know,
you didn't even got to give all your, you fixed it. That's what matters.
Prepared.
Yo, my guy was out there with the fucking multimeter.
Yo, you already know, bro.
He had the fucking headlamp.
I did. I had that, bro. It's dark back there because in a gas line, I don't want to pull the dryer out too far.
Listen, bro, you ain't got to tell me. I know exactly what you got going on. You got that fucking yellow fucking gas wire there.
Bro.
You don't want to crimp that puppy.
Yeah, and the thing's got a significant amount of flex, but I don't believe it. I don't trust it.
That one's been sitting like that for a couple years. You don't flex that one like
bro,
the day you
I
bought
flexed it with my hands first. I went down and moved it a little bit, and I was like, how much play I got here?
Yeah.
And I was like, while I was holding, you know, I was like, how much play I got? I was like, all right, I could pull this out a little bit. Yeah. Last thing you need is that thing to stay like this, and you pull it out, it comes out of the wall like in the same shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you just
crazy, bro.
And you just fucking go ahead.
You know what you should get now that you've pulled it out? I guess you put it back. It's too late. But they got those. You ever seen? Remember the old school chimney sweepers?
Yeah,
They have those like chimney sweeping type things for the duck.
Yeah.
And you could attach them to your drill now.
Yeah.
And you put it in there, and it pulls out all. And then you could put a vacuum in there, or you could push it out with air.
I gotta do that because
dude, that shit would change the game, bro.
Dude, the part that burnt out, it says a lot of times the cause of that is lint. But like I put my hand in and grab what I could and stuff like there wasn't really anything in there.
Ducking. You gotta think everything that's also in they also gets caught there, it's also caught in all the ducting.
Yeah. You know no, you're right. You're right. But it's like
you use dryer sheets?
No. Not the way I used to. I gotta start using them again because
I used to put like fucking 16 of them.
Yeah.
I put them sometimes when I wash my jujitsu shit. It makes me slippery.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it makes you slide.
Yeah, motherfuckers can't grip on me.
He's not greasing. He's dryer sheeting.
Nah, it's dryer sheeting. It's totally different. All right.
But yeah, I fixed it though, so I'm glad, bro. Saved us like $700, man.
Good for you, man. I'm happy for you.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna tell you what you deserve for that, but you know what I'm saying. The Oscars
Yo,
just
but
passed.
It's funny that you said you didn't get enough. Like
Dude,
I came upstairs. My girl came home from work, and she's like, "Oh man," she's like, "Is it working?" And I was like, "Yep," covered in dust and shit. Yeah. And I'm like, "Yep." And I was still in my work clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I came straight home from work, grabbed the part off the table, opened it, went downstairs, and yeah. So it was I was done, and I was like, "Huh." And she was like, "Oh," she's like, "Oh my God, it's great." And I was like, "That's it."
Yeah. Dude, I can teach a dog this shit in the toilet, and I get that response too, dude. I'm telling you, dude, it's just you don't even realize where you fall, but like you're so much higher than you realize that when you do stuff like that, it's just like, oh, well, yeah. Because I've been telling her I'm El Guy for mad long, right? Yeah. But sometimes I'd be surprised. I'd be, oh shit, I didn't even realize I was this nigga. You know what I'm
telling you, I came upstairs and she's like, "It's working." I was like, "Yeah." And her dad was like, "Yeah, you fixed it?" And I was like, "Yeah."
And after that, you tell him, "Yeah, it was the reverse." It
was a restrictor plate. Took it off the Red Dragon. You know what I'm saying?
Now she's running even better.
You know?
As a matter of fact, I just got a new warranty.
That's it. I could dry you while you sit right there.
Yeah.
You want to get dried?
I got the dog and Cosmos in there right now.
Facts.
Yeah, it also does standstill blow drying now.
Yo.
Put the rollers on.
This thing. Nah, but yo, bro, for real, y'all. I was like, all right, but I know, yo, she's so good though, because I know that eventually, When she does the first load drying, when she puts it in and it heats up, she's gonna be like, damn, she's gonna be like, thank you for that.
Yeah, no, facts.
You know, it's coming down the road.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
At
also
least I
tough.
hope.
Like I said, you've been saying you're that guy for so long. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we surprise ourselves, and that's why we feel like we need that.
Facts, bro. That's so
yeah.
fucking funny. But
Oscars.
but
So
let's
about
get back to
the
the Oscars. So let's talk about the Oscars. My man Leo back in the game for Best Picture, right? That's what they
Dude,
what they got.
did you see that movie? That's the movie.
I have not seen it. That's the one when we were talking about it, and I thought he was a Mexican laborer.
Yeah.
I thought he played a Mexican laborer, but he didn't.
So let's talk. Let me go down the list real quick. The movie that we're talking, first of all, it's the Oscars that we're talking about, right? And we're starting with, if I go to the top of my notes, the Best Picture. It's called One Battle After Another. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio. And it went against a bunch of movies like F1, Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, The Secret Agent, Sinners, Train Dreams, and a few others. This movie was great. I don't know if it was like, I watched it and I thought it was very good. I didn't watch it and then like tell anybody about it, but I did watch it. I thought it was very good. I didn't know it was like the best. I didn't think it was going to be the best picture. I don't even think it was, I don't know about best picture. Isn't that weird? I watched that movie and I didn't tell myself this is the greatest movie of all year. If Sinners would have won over this, I wouldn't have been surprised. Even Marty Supreme. If Marty Supreme would have won over this, I wouldn't have been surprised either.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because I don't think the Oscars or the Grammys really reflect who the best is. Just like I am not impressed by Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, he won Best Actor, I think.
Yeah, I think Michael B. Jordan is the most average ass actor. I don't like. I know in the future at some point he's gonna want to come on the podcast and shit, and I'm gonna have to answer to this.
Yeah.
But I don't. He doesn't really impress me really as an actor. I think he's just super regular.
Yeah. Should we go down the list and just
Yeah.
so that way we can touch everything? So we got Best Picture, One Battle After Another. Best Actress, Jessie Buckley from Hamnet. I don't know who that is. Best Actor, Michael B. Jordan, Sinners.
Okay.
I thought Sinners was pretty good, especially for a movie when one guy plays two guys.
Man, Eddie Murphy been doing that
That's a fact.
forever.
Before Medea existed, before Tyler Perry was fucking doing whatever he's doing down there in Atlanta. Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson. I have no idea who he is, but he directed One Battle After Another. Best Original Song, Golden, Cake Pop Demon Hunters. Baby, we're gonna be golden. Very good song. Not surprised it won. Best Cinematography,
Okay.
Sinner.
Really, Sinners. That's I didn't even see that movie, bro.
No?
No.
It was like a big deal when it came out.
Yeah, everybody talked about it, but Michael B. Jordan don't impress me. He's not one of the guys where I'm like, man, I got to see his movie. The reason I haven't seen Creed is I think he probably fucked up the Rockies franchise.
I
don't want to see it.
And I will never watch it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. The Rocky franchise is dear to me. I grew up watching that shit.
I just don't want to see any more like they already dragged that movie through the mud. Like that movie's already been overdone. That movie was overdone 15 years ago.
Dude, it was the first movie that I could recall, but I don't know what had more parts. It was Rocky. There was 5 of them. I'm like, what had more than that besides, at that time?
Yeah.
It was like Roots.
How many fucking Rockies are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Best Sound, F1.
Okay, F1, so it probably had a lot of panning and stuff like that.
It's all the same movies in all of these categories too.
Yeah, good. The
It's
Oscars
all
corny.
Sinner, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Hamnet. It's all the same movies in all of these things. Anyways, best original score, Sinner again. Best document. It's I guess these other ones, and then most popular. Then a bunch of nonsense. Best visual effects, Avatar. I mean, that's like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's the only thing that would ever compete in that space.
Best original, damn, Sinner won so many fucking awards. Best original screenplay, Sinner.
Who wrote Sinners?
Written by Ryan Coogler. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah. Written by Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, that's the first time Justin asked me a follow-up question I had the answer to.
Yo, because I was
Yeah, I swear to God, Justin be asking me shit just like that, often as if I would know it. I mean, he was like, 46? Who was president then? I'm like, who the fuck? You're not supposed to. This is a game we're playing as co-hosts. You know what I'm saying? A little give and take. You can't ask me questions like that.
It's more like
who
me
wrote
thinking.
that movie? You just asked me who wrote the movie Sinners.
I'm thinking out loud. Not, but you knew exactly who wrote the screenplay. Look, you had it.
This is the
But-
only time I've
no.
ever had the answer to it.
But my thing is, I'm thinking out loud more so. I'm not doing it, you know.
I know.
You know, so, but that's that's so funny. But you should ask. Ryan Coogler, you
Yeah,
said?
that's who wrote it. Yeah, I'm so glad you asked. Oh, man. Yeah. Best supporting actor. Sean Penn. One battle after another. Beat out Benicio del Toro.
In the same film.
Same film.
Yeah, that's racist. That's what I'm going to say there.
I'll take it. Best live action short. What's that? Is that like the dudes that be backflipping on TikTok?
I think it's like, you know what? Let me not even pretend I know. I was going to be like, I think it's like the Pixar intro that got them on the ball with the lamp hopping around, you know, but who knows? What one? Was it some Bollywood shit?
Maybe. It's called The Singers and Two People Exchanging Saliva.
Yeah, that's definitely dubbed on Netflix.
Yeah,
That's
is
Hindi.
that
That
like
movie's
a-
in Hindi.
Yeah, is that? Oh, that's just a translation.
Yeah.
That really means something fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's 2 words in the original.
Yeah.
It's 2 words.
Yeah, okay.
It's like hap hemdelete.
Yeah.
And then that
And the
shit.
expression in their language is something very nice. But when it translates,
Yeah, it's like to become one.
I wonder if that's what this, because it says exchanging saliva, that's like there, like with the translation of like French kissing.
Yeah, it's like spitting in mouth.
Yeah, but it really means getting busy, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. It means you know, out here Bollywooding, you know what I'm saying?
Getting blowjobs. You want to be, that's the category you want to be in, daddy. You don't even know. We don't even know that we want to be in the exchanging saliva category.
Yeah, haters.
Oh my God. Best animated short, The Girl Who Cried Pearls. Best supporting actress.
The girl who cried pearls, huh?
Yeah. She
Like
hit
a necklace?
lick. Or semen. I'm not sure what that means. That could also be a translation thing. That can also be a translation thing. Amy Madigan from Weapons.
All right, but a lot of this shit I don't know. You know, it's
Nah.
well, these are the obscure categories too. It's like
Yeah,
best
yeah,
costume.
Yeah, exactly. I thought Creed was decent. Spaz says Ryan Coogler looks like chubby Michael B. Jordan. That's funny. And then he said spit swappers. That's yeah.
Spit swappers.
That's a perfect translation.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So, so the Oscars were, I know that Tiana Taylor got involved with some. She was looking ratchet over there. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, y'all can't pull it together at the
Who's Tiana
Oscars.
Taylor? That's Tiana Trump?
Nope. Different award ceremony.
Okay.
Different award show. But this one is, she was in the Rip.
Kiki Palmer?
Similar. You could interchange them.
Yeah. You know what's mad funny? I thought that was Kiki Palmer. I know exactly what you're talking about because I thought the Rip was great.
The shredded one that used to be with Iman Shumpert from the Knicks.
Yeah, she got
When
a
he was-
crazy dude. Her ass is way too fat to be in movies.
Bro, she's shredded. She's like, I want her in Street Fighter.
She's super lean, but that's why her proportions just look ridiculous. Because, dude, she's so flat.
Yeah.
And, like, her stomach is so flat that it just, in movies, like, it's just, you know.
Yeah, it's funny because if people understood that, what you really have to do is just kind of just lose the fat and everything else looks better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't even have to get that much better. Just lose the fat and let what's there be seen.
But she looks better in stills. She looks like she cuts through the wind.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She's
She's
built for
definitely
speed, not comfort.
100%. Yo, you don't want to fall asleep on that watching a movie.
Are you fucking
Wake up with a
kidding me,
stiff
dude?
neck. You know what I'm
Lose
saying?
your fucking L3 fucking around, laying your neck on there.
You don't want that shit. You have to stretch your piriformis.
Yeah. They put you in one of those upside down things and fucking hang you by your ankles.
Yeah.
You want to? It's 7:42, so we got to get through these topics. I want
right.
to talk about the Live Nation thing that you sent me. You want to give us the synopsis on what's
Yeah,
going on?
I'm gonna
with
give
these
you the-
cocksuckers from Live Nation.
I'm going to give you the quick synopsis. Fuck Live Nation. They are actually the owners of Ticketmaster. So there was a leak of Ticketmaster, of Live Nation, of some messages that were sent back and forth by leadership, right? So anybody that's been to an event that's you bought tickets from Ticketmaster or from Live Nation, same company. So this is concerts, this is sporting events, this is Broadway shows, whatever you get tickets for when it comes to larger production shows. So they charge an exorbitant amount of money for not only tickets, but also parking, because they kind of control the venue. It's like they lease the venue for the night. So they get paid off of the parking. They get paid off of the, anything, drinks, alcohol, food, the actual ticket cost.
Yeah.
So when you pay for a movie, you pay for a ticket to go to a concert. Let's say you pay $300 a ticket, because that's a cheap ticket for a good artist today, right?
Yeah.
So you pay $300, and then to park is like $50. It's not like it used to be $10, or you could park wherever, and then there was like preferred parking for more money.
Yeah.
It's like $50 to pull your fucking car onto the property.
Just to get.
Sorry, I hit a weird button from last time.
Yeah. Just to get inside the gate is $50, and those $300. That's for the worst tickets at MetLife.
Yeah, facts. Those are trash tickets typically, because you want to go see Bad Bunny, you're talking $1,500.
Yeah.
So
you want to go see a UFC fight, forget about it.
Forget it. We're priced out all the time. Fuck you, Dana. But you have all these different costs, and you always think like, damn, it's so expensive. How can I take my family to a Yankee game if it's going to cost $600? Like what? That used to be a vacation.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then you have these leaked messages from leadership inside Live Nation. This guy is a director, and he comes in and he writes to another person, robbing them blind, baby. That's how we do, with figures on here of revenue that they're making. So this was an event, and it says, there's years here, 2013, 2019, 2021. So these are the 3 years, and this is the revenue from Premier Parking. So this is just the revenue from parking. 470,000, 499,000, and then 666,000. So in 2013, they made 470,000. In 2021, they made 666,000. Now that's just Premier Parking.
That's just like the elevated level parking.
Yeah.
Like closer parking.
Alone.
Yeah.
So now you start adding in alcohol. Alcohol, they must have made $4 million.
Dude, I'm surprised they didn't even make more than that from the parking.
Me too. So
It's probably, I wonder if that's like,
those are gross figures. And this was in 2022, they talked about this. So mind you, this is 2022. This is before the economy really took a shit. So now we're in 2026. So think about how much. Let me see. 13 to 19, that's 6 years. 19, 21. So that's 2 years. So we got 2 years between 2019 and 2021 that made the 499,000 to the 666. So imagine 666 to 2026. That's 5 years.
yeah.
So how much did they make? It's got to be 900,000 plus. It's got to be $1 million.
They find like little ways to add different things that were just regular now. And now it's like, before it was just the people who park closest were the people who just got there early.
This must have been a minuscule number back in the day. It was probably 10 grand, 14 grand. Now it's $1 million.
Now it's actually like a legitimate revenue source.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's
And so imagine the alcohol.
dude, the alcohol is through the roof. Dude, you know how much? Well, I don't drink. You know.
I
how
drink.
much is a beer at a Yankee game?
It depends, because they sell larger beers.
Okay,
I'll
at a
give you this.
concert.
I
Let's
went
do a
to Jones
concert.
Beach. Jones Beach. You want to
Yeah,
hear Jones
let's do
Beach?
like a Live Nation event. Have you been to one of those
A
recently?
Jones Beach event. I don't know if it was. It had to be Live Nation. It was Nelly and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was.
When you went to go see Sean Paul, how much were the
Yeah,
beers?
Sean Depoil. I don't recall. This is why I have to use this one because it's the
the
most
only one that
recent
you
that I
remember?
remember, and it's the one that I went to with a girl. This was the first event I went to with my girl,
Okay.
like where we kind of re-met each other.
Okay.
Was at this event, so this is burned in my brain.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
How much was her
Bro,
mojito?
think about when I got 2 beers. No, they were drinks. She got a surf. I got her a Surfside.
Yeah.
And I got myself I think it was like a Goose Island IPA or some shit.
Yeah, that sounds fucking gross. Go ahead.
You
A
know, it
Goose
tastes
Island
exactly
IPA.
like goose shit.
Yeah.
So
it's like there's some beef liver, some
foie gras.
Yeah.
Imagine these two. So 2 drinks. What do you think that was? 2. They're both like beers. You know, hers I think had like I think a Surfside has a little bit of bottom shelf like vodka in it or something,
like
and mine was
$14?
a beer.
$14
Total?
$17 total.
$17 total. Try again. I'll let you try again.
$40.
Try again.
It was more than $40.
Dude, they were $23 a piece.
$23 for a beer?
Yeah, $46 plus tax and tip. You talking about $54
For beer? 2
for
beers?
2 beers. But they were bigger. They were like, I think they were like 16 ounces, maybe even tall boys. Let's call them tall boys.
That's only 2 beers in those, though.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that is extortion.
Yo, this is why I was like, I'm getting the craziest IPA y'all got. I'm like, yo, highest alcohol possible. I said, you think I'm going to pay $20 for a Stella? No. I want the most craziest hipster mustache, apron wearing, leather boots IPA y'all got. Give me the IPA that tastes like it takes me back to like the taste of perfume on a shorty's neck.
Yeah.
Take me to the floral, take me to the flower bomb
I
mouth.
want that shit to smell like Love Spell from Victoria's Secret.
Facts. I'm like, there is no way that I'm paying that much for a Heineken or a Corona.
That is extortion, dude.
Yeah, dude. And it's a captive audience. It's a captive audience. So if you want to drink, if you want to have a drink, you want to have a beer, you want to have, something while you're there, you can't leave and come back. So you're trapped.
Spaz says, that's just upgraded parking. That's not including what the peasants pay. Yeah, that's just the upgraded parking.
Yep.
That's the premier parking, which didn't exist before. It was just regular parking. Like, it's not like those spots are new.
Yeah.
They didn't build new spots in the fucking, like, closer to the stadium.
Yeah,
These
like
spots-
I'm gonna pee up here too.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna pee in the parking lot up here.
The only thing they did was just rope off a section, and we know this because when we went to Disney, we would always pay for the fucking for the nicer parking because we come in and out of the parks.
Yeah, but Disney's something different. When you go to Disney, you ready to get fucked. You're ready. You're like, yo, Mickey, just I know you probably got a button on that thing.
Yeah.
Just move it to the side or something. You know what I mean?
And then he says a peasant's pay would be insane. 24-pack of 12-ounce Bud Lights is $23 at the local grocery store.
There you go. There you
could have
go.
gotten 23 beers for that.
Yeah, that's like when I went to when we were in Vegas and they wouldn't let us in for my buddy's bachelor party. They wouldn't let us in the bar, like into the club. They wouldn't let us in.
Why not?
Because we had all guys. It was 5 of us or 6 of us.
Oh, yeah.
So they were like, "You ain't got no girls." We were like, "No." The guy's like, "You can't come." I was like, "Bribe," and he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Now you can come in."
The numbers.
Yeah,
You're fucking up the ratio.
But we paid $550 for a bottle of Sky vodka, which is
Yeah, I've done.
it's
I'm not gonna
$30
lie,
bucks.
I've done that before too.
It's $30.
Spaz says, isn't that the same as the movie theaters doing premiere seating where they just block off sections, or when a state has a toll lane in an existing highways? So here's my thing. Here's the difference between the HOV, the toll. The toll lane doesn't exist over here, so I'm not familiar with the toll lane.
So go ahead.
The seats in the movie theater, when they build those seats, they build them for premiere seating. This is where this is the best seats in the house.
Well, it is. I'll tell you, it is now.
Yeah, but back
Because
in the
like
day,
the evolution of marketing and shit.
Yeah, but back in the day, they didn't even that option didn't even exist.
You're right.
And the premiere seating in the movie probably also they don't have that in movie theaters I go to, and I haven't been to the movies in a long time. Maybe they do now.
They do. Yeah, they all kind of have it.
Did they have like preferred seating that's more expensive?
No, it's weird. It's like you have to pick your seat like an airplane.
Oh, okay, but it's not. He's saying, what about ones that have like seats that you have to pay for? I would hope that
Yeah,
those,
there's better seats, like the one in like the handicap row.
Yeah.
You know where they got like the two like wheelchair people on the side, and I was always like, yo, these are kind of the best seats.
100%. Those are the best seats.
So like I gotta like not wear my seatbelt to get one of the good seats.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah. If you hit a tree at a certain mile an hour, you will sit in one of those forever. You'll sit forever.
Yeah, I'm like, the fuck? I see what you did there.
Dude, little sidebar. I watched a video of a dude in the Bronx getting pressed in a wheelchair, in an electric wheelchair, and he like raised up and was trying to fight this dude. And this guy was like, yo, you better not play with me. I really make you walk, bro. I be really making motherfuckers like you walk. Don't play with me. And this guy's like a fucking paraplegic. Anyways, back to
Movie theaters and premium seating.
movie theaters. Here's the thing. If that comes with other amenities, then I think it's all right. Like if it comes with, I can order food at my seat. Mm-hmm. Okay.
There you get a server.
Just like Amazon Prime. You can buy regular Amazon, right? Or you could get Amazon Prime and get 2-day delivery.
Yeah, shout out Whole Foods with Amazon Prime. There's deals.
Yeah.
They
You
put a
see-
Whole Foods near my crib, so.
There's like, there's stuff that you get for that extra money.
Yeah, there is, and I'm with it.
And it's like they did that. They created this service and then they charge you for it. They just rebranded the closer parking that you would get if you just arrived early. Like back in the day, if you just got there early, you parked up front.
I'll
now
tell you,
they said, hey, these spots that you used to get if you park here early, you can't have these anymore. Now you could pay for them. But
Yeah.
you can't just show up early and get them.
I mean, I just wonder about where you park and where you'd enter, you know, for that golf tournament in Florida. Like when I think about parking and I think about ideal parking and gates and stuff like that, I know there's that golf tournament in Florida that just had some wild ass scenario with a manhunt that stopped.
He jumped onto like the playing section, I think, and that's why I stopped it. Shout out to Justin for putting us on with this story.
Yeah, shout out
man,
Justin, man.
Well, so here's the story: a man shot and killed 2 people in a drugstore parking lot near the TPC Sawgrass. Right? He then escaped, and he escaped by going onto the course, leading them to delay the opening gates of the game. So he went onto the course, like he jumped a fence or whatever, went onto the. Can you imagine? You're in your cart going on hole 12, and then there's a dude that just killed 2 dudes running through the fucking. What would you even say? I would assume that guy is just
Looking for his ball.
no, I would assume that he's like a guy that jumped the fence and he's like playing. Well, if he doesn't have any fucking, that's true actually. If he doesn't have any,
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, he's looking for his ball. I've been there. Yeah, man, I didn't see it. What are you playing?
if he doesn't,
What are you playing, dude?
Clubs. If you don't have any clubs, I don't know if I think he was.
If he had a beer in his hand, I'd be like, he's just playing. He's looking for his ball.
Okay. All right.
You know, but yeah, that's crazy. So they ended up delaying the the entrance. When you talk about we talk about a shooting. This one happened to be after the fact. Of course, 2 people lost their lives, which is terrible.
Yeah.
But then he's running across the course, which kind of makes it funny in hindsight. You know, you're like, what the fuck? This is ridiculous. They end up delaying this game. But there was a guy at Old Dominion University that ends up walking on the property. Now they have ROTC trainees there. These are guys that are, training to be in the military. It's like college, but it's also, they're preparing you to be in the armed forces. Dude, this guy goes in there. He ends up.
You're giving them ROTC guys too much credit, but go ahead.
I'll tell you what, them ROTC guys killed this guy.
What?
Yeah, with no gunshots. The guy was not shot. This guy, he ended up shooting a couple people. I think he even took some people's lives.
Wait, he went in there to just shoot people?
Yeah, he went in there with the intention of shooting people, talking about Allah Akbar, all that shit.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
I take everything I said about the ROTC back. They
Bro.
used to have that shit in my high school, and it was just they had.
Yo,
They used to have that in my high school, but they wasn't stopping shooters.
I'll tell you what, they said this guy, they were like, this guy ran up in there and then the ROTC, students
Battalion.
killed him. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, they killed him. I'm like, all right, they were armed. They were like, the victim was not shot. And I'm like,
They beat him to death?
I don't know what they did. There's no details, but I'm imagining in my head. I'm like, damn, how many times you hit him with one of them plastic classroom chairs?
Nah, they
You
hit him
have
with that plastic gun. They be twirling around.
Bro, somebody dropped a triple beam balance on this motherfucker. That's what I know.
No, I'll tell you what. They Daniel Penny hit his ass.
Yo, maybe somebody strangled him. Yo, you
Someone
cannot
choked him to
play.
death.
Everybody trains now. Listen, every now and then we do one of these like public service announcements. Yo, do not play with people in the street. Everybody trains now.
That's so
it's
true.
Everybody
At least
trains.
people watch shit too. And those are the most dangerous people. Like that guy that killed Daniel Penny.
Yeah. Daniel Penny killed him.
Daniel Penny killed him.
Yeah.
The guy that Daniel Penny killed, excuse me. Mm-hmm. Daniel Penny probably, I mean, he was in the military, so I'm sure he had some kind of training. Whatever training he had didn't involve rear naked chokes.
Now it's like Krav Maga though. They teach you. They don't train you to just like put somebody out there like kill that man.
Yeah, well, I guess so. I guess because his training of killing that, because he killed that guy, and he could have just put him to sleep and let him go.
He must have strangled him for 3 stops.
Bro, he must have been choking him forever.
From like Flatbush to like Nostrand.
Bro, when he was choking that dude on the train, his body was lifeless. He probably let him go because he got tired.
Yeah.
I'm impressed he held the choke that long.
That's what I said.
He didn't gas his arms out?
Dude, I'm like, no way he held him for 2 stops. That's crazy.
But go ahead, back to the ROTC guys.
Yeah, but they
beating this dude to death.
I don't know what they did, but they're like, yo, they said this is how they said it in the report. The officer, the commanding officer, whoever they were interviewing said, they rendered him no longer alive. They rendered him no longer alive. They are heroes, how they acted. I'm like, yo, I'm picturing in my mind. I'm like, yo, they beat that dude with like an eraser.
Dude,
just
they
like in the
definitely
head.
beat the dog shit out. They must have been stomping him out.
What were
and
they?
shit.
They must have been soccer kicking this dude. They probably beat this dude's ass. They were probably like, dude, we've been waiting for this. They're like, Daniel Penny, you're our hero.
Yeah, are you crazy? We're waiting. We're signing up to get trained to go kill people over there.
How gangster.
Now you're gonna come to us?
You here, bro? And you
should
talking
get-
on this Allah Akbar shit?
They should put those guys right to the top. Whatever branch those guys want to go to, give them the immediate transfer.
Yeah, them guys were not playing. They were like, they heard all that shit and they were like, nope, send them to Dagestan 3 days and forget.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying? But
I wonder how they killed. Do you think what's more likely? That one guy choked him to death or that they beat him to death?
I think they choked him out and then just
beat his lifeless body?
beat this dude while he was unconscious and he just never woke up.
Yeah.
That's what I would have to guess because honestly, what would you do? Because this is the shit I think about. I'm going to tell y'all right now. We went to Florida. When we flew to Universal Studios, I played out in my mind so many times what we would do to a crazy hostile person that tried to take over the plane. Did you play that scenario out in your head? When we were on a plane together going to Universal? Did you think about
every time I get on
what,
a plane.
like it was all 3 of us? I'm like, what would we do to somebody that tried to take this plane?
Real quick. Spaz says there's so much more too.
What? What else?
Wait. Was this which story is this, Tom? Which story is this? Is this the story?
This is the Old Dominion shooting. The
Is this
Old Dominion University shooting.
Check the chat. Is he talking about the Old Dominion shooting or is he talking about the dude from Florida?
Let's see. I'll tell you right now. Let's
Old
see.
Dominion shooter. Yes. Read this.
Oh, yep. That's his name. A naturalized U.S. citizen from Sierra Leone. Yep, that's the guy. The Virginia Army National Guard confirmed he served as a specialist from 2009 until 2015 when he was honorably discharged. Then was arrested in 2016 for trying to do a mass shooting. That's right. He wanted to participate in some terrorist activities. Sentenced to 11 years in prison with time served. He just got out. OD shooter.
That's crazy. He tried to do this before and we let him out?
Yep, let him out.
Who let him out?
No, I don't know. If I had to guess, probably Biden.
If you get accused of something like this, they should put you in a box forever.
Yeah, no. Guy's done. So, but
Holy shit. That's
Yeah.
even crazy.
and I gotta,
Did
yo,
you know
dude,
that?
how they bodied this dude with no guns.
That's what they should have did the first time.
They bodied this dude, and when I think about
no
that,
guns, no weapons.
he wasn't shot. That's what they said. But
They
they
could've
rendered
juked him
him.
to death.
But they rendered him
You
unalive.
think a bayonet? Because they have that shit. They be spinning. Right?
I don't know. In the old training, in the ROTC training, they might have like, 3D printed plastic knives. Man, you get juked up with the toothbrush like you on Rikers. I just wonder, they probably just beat the brakes off this dude and probably just bludgeoned him. They probably just hit him with shit.
Spaz says the Justice Department in 2017 requested a 20-year prison sentence. The heart, I can't see it. Nothing, I think it says nothing that he had attempted to acquire a gun to carry out a murder.
Noting that he had attempted to acquire a gun to carry out a murder plot in the United States.
Boom. Thank you for the space. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, and he gets out and right away he's back at it.
Yeah, but tell you picked the wrong spot, brother.
That's crazy. I tell you what.
You cannot fuck with America. I'm going to tell you right now, bro. I've been feeling patriotic with this shit. I know it's a lot of shit going on with Israel and Iran and all that, but I'm like, don't fuck with America. These dudes bodied this guy with no gun.
No gun.
And this guy ran up in there shooting people. And
he was
a
specialist.
And they were like, oh, nah, we're going to fuck you up.
He was trained. A trained specialist.
But you could be as trained as you want. The American fight and the American spirit, bro. I'm with the American fucking hustle, bro.
Speaking of the American hustle, I would love to know what you think about the woman who's running for, what is it, mayor or governor in California?
Mayor of L.A.
Mayor of L.A.
Ms. Trish.
Bronx woman.
Yes, and she is not playing games.
No way she gets elected over there.
She won't get elected over there. But the funny thing is, this is how like Hitler came to power. You know what I'm saying? There was like a...
Who should watch, Nuremberg?
Dude, it's just like this. People will elect somebody that seems super unconventional and completely different when they've been suffering such bad opposition. Yeah. When you see a guy like this that has overreached and forced shit down people's throats and all kinds of nonsense, people will go for the craziest thing on the other end. That's what ends up happening. So this chick coming out talking about we ain't doing no more of that flag bullshit. Every couple of days they're coming out with more flags. This is bullshit. We getting rid of all of it.
Yeah, so she's not in support of the...
She's not in support of like the crazy trans protection concept.
Yeah.
And just among other things.
Did she illustrate her opinion on the homeless?
She's just a rational human.
Yeah.
And people identify with a rational human.
And she's from the Bronx.
Yeah, she identifies with regular people. She was like, listen, I'm from the Bronx. I'm a hard woman. She's like, but when I was working out a lot and I was going to Gold's Gym, she said 3 times within like a couple months, she would turn around in the locker room and there'd be a dude in there saying he's a woman.
Crazy.
And she's like, this is crazy shit. So she was like, at this point, I knew it was out of control. Where are these guys coming from that are just identifying as women in the women's locker room? She's like, this is just, it's excessive now and it ain't adding up. So she's a person that's identifying kind of with the everyday person that's like, all right, guys, I'm not saying this is a thing. I'm not saying it isn't a thing. I'm just saying it's not as prevalent as y'all are trying to make it seem and change our everyday lives. There was that and there was other concepts that she had discussed. And she's like, it's not... Like, stop forcing this on regular people. And it was refreshing to hear, even though she was cursing, saying a regular hood-ass shit.
That's what caught my attention. When you sent me this, I was like, oh, this bitch is a gangster.
Yeah, she was just saying gangster shit. I'm like, oh, she got some shorties on her belt, and she knocked a couple dudes out.
Yeah, what's her name? Tish?
Yeah, Tish.
Tish, is it Adams? What's her last name?
I'll tell you what her last name is right now. I'm going to tell you. Her name is Tish. Let's see. I'm going to go right over to her Instagram. So I'm going to tell everybody that they can follow her Instagram too. Because just for the concept of somebody that's willing to come from another angle is refreshing. It's different. And I'm
Jessica Tish.
No, Trish Hyman.
Oh, who's Jessica Tish? Fucking AI.
Yeah, it's Tish Hyman. And... she's just doing something. Her Instagram is listen to Tish with the number 2. Listen to Tish. And just to hear something so extreme on the opposite side, that's what I'm saying people are likely to gravitate toward.
Yeah.
You know, even if it seems ridiculous and it seems excessive and it seems OD, that was why the whole Hitler reference came, because people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't ready for that.
You weren't ready for that.
Nah.
But that's my point, is like, because he was elected.
Yeah.
So that's my point. He was elected because shit was so abysmally terrible that creates like this power vacuum. So then you end up with somebody coming to power that conventionally would never have been chosen.
Yeah.
But it's like, just somebody save us from this.
Wouldn't you say that's what got Trump elected?
Yeah. Similar thing. 100%. That's what I'm saying. And now with him, it's going to be something even more excessive on the other end. You know, like that's what ends up happening. Like, now people are going to be like, oh, this guy did this, this, and this. And they're going to pick somebody that's going to be like, everybody's getting taxed 75% and nobody has to work. And it's going to be the opposite.
We're taking your guns.
We're taking your guns. We're taking everything. We want everybody to have kids, no dogs. It's just going to be
One bathroom
among everybody. Here's a shovel, shit in the yard. But you cracked your book. So what were you going to say?
Nothing.
Something
Since we were late, now we're at
Since
the
we're
hour.
late, we're at the hour.
We're at the
But-
hour. We made up for that time.
Yeah, we were having some good times and we were talking about some interesting
Talking
stuff.
about some interesting things.
But yeah, I fixed the dryer. And
Look at you.
And
Look
yeah,
at
man.
you. Hombre. You know what I tell my girl?
Hombre que resuelve. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I tell my girl? Sometimes I be telling her, like, you know what? You could be fucked with any of these lame motherfuckers out here that would have never fixed a dryer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would have been on dryer number 3 right now. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You would have been, you don't even know. You're so money, you don't even know how money you are. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
See that dog? Sit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying?
You could have had a dog that would have been shitting in the house.
That's it. Yo, I can't lie, bro. Both of my dogs shit in the house this week.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but they don't be doing it often.
Nah, they don't be doing it. It was just because it was like shitty weather outside, and they went outside and nobody knew if they went or they didn't, and then they came in, everybody had to go to work, came in, shit in the house.
Oh,
I mean,
that's not that big. If you're not home, if you're home and they shit in the house,
no, that's crazy. That's crazy. You can't listen, dogs. You can't shit in my house while I'm home,
bro. If you're home and your dog shits in your house, you didn't do something. Like you gotta fix that. That he's not. You can't say he's housebroken yet.
Yeah, no, that's crazy shit. That's crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's like you got a 5th grader shit in his pants. You got a problem.
Yeah, you can't be. Yeah, if your dog is shitting in the house when you're home, you got attention to that.
Yeah, you ain't shitting yourself in 9th grade in my house.
You're just not done yet, right? It's like
the training.
Yeah, it's just not. You're not. So you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oof.
Yeah, so he didn't shit on the pillow. That's great, but he shit in the living room.
Yeah,
awesome.
dude, my last dog. Alfred.
Alfred was a rebel, bro. Alfred was a rebel, and he was ahead of his time.
He was this dog. You know when they say
The fact his name is Alfred.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit. So here's the thing. One time we had my shorty was watching her niece, and like she laid her on the pillow to like change her or whatever. She laid her on one of our pillows, and the dog goes over that day to that pillow and fucking pees on it. And when you said shitting on pillows, that's some fucking Amber Heard shit. But when you said it, it reminded me of when he did that shit, and I knew from that moment on that he was going to be a cocksucker. This is the same dog that if you didn't let him in the bathroom when you were dropping a deuce, he'd piss on the door. This dog was a bad dog. And I used to say it all the time, and people at my job, I used to tell people at my job all the time, I was like, yeah, I got a dog I like, and I got another dog who's just kind of like a roommate who doesn't pay rent. He's just like an asshole. I'm just waiting for him to die. And that was Alfred. And he died, and my life was significantly easier ever since then. It's just the honest truth. He wasn't, I like that, my kids could pet him and shit like that, but he wasn't a good dog. He wasn't a good dog. He wasn't a good dog. We don't have to sit here and lie to each other. He was soft and fuzzy. Was he like good to look at? Sure.
Yeah.
And stills, great. But like in real life, dude was a cocksucker. He had like a complex. He just...
Yeah, I kind of feel that way with one of our dogs. I don't hate him, You know, I don't hate him. He's a sweet boy and he's cuddly and shit like that, but he be doing disrespectful shit. But now I got him on the collar.
Yeah.
I got you now, bro.
Yeah, dude, that collar shit, they don't even know where it comes from. You hit him with that, they just start looking around like, who the fuck was that?
This motherfucker went back to the couch and he was like, yo. He was like,
which one of you guys kicked me?
which one of y'all kicked me? Straight up, yo. The Chris Tucker rush hour shit. He really went over there and was like, yeah, I got y'all motherfuckers out here.
Bro, my dog used to go on the couch when we wasn't home, bro. And this bitch would like dig at the couch. Bro, you know, I don't have a lot of nice stuff, but like this couch we had, it was like, you know, we worked hard to get this couch. And I can't have my fucking dog ruining it. So I would just get in the car, act like I was leaving. I go down the street. This bitch be looking out the window, not getting on the couch, waiting for my car to leave. I park my car around the corner. Bitch would get right on the couch. The second she hits the couch, bang, hit her with the remote. Boom, off the couch immediately. Never back on, bro.
Yeah.
She just knows now. Oh, if I get on this couch, the Phantom is gonna tap me on the shoulder.
Bro, my dog, my original dog, my pit. I worked with her with the e-collar. I didn't start using it until a couple months ago. Bro, when I tell you, I hit her, I don't, and mind you, we don't shock our dogs. We're using a vibrate setting.
Vibrate.
I use the vibrate setting.
I don't shock my dog.
I only shocked her once and she started drooling.
The shocking is if you're walking and your dog starts chasing a squirrel.
Yeah.
You need to know that needs to be emergencies only.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I used it once by accident. Yo, when I tell you, and I didn't even have it turned up. It was on like 4. And it goes up to like 50.
Yeah, now you'll probably give him like a fucking pulmonary embolism.
Bro, when I tell you,
she
it's a blood clot in your lung. But she started like drooling and shit. Like salivating. Not drooling like, but like salivating like, what the fuck? Like her adrenaline was running crazy. Like she was ready to scrap.
Yeah, like you just hit her with the defib.
Yeah, and I was like, my fault. Damn. And but just the regular vibration, she goes right to her bed and sits down.
Yeah, it's the best thing ever.
It's the best. But yeah, we're significantly over. We got to shut this down. But Mass and None podcast episode 292. And did we get through the topics? I think we did.
All the topics.
That's it. So please check us out, guys. We're gonna get a timer so that we can actually cut down these segments to exactly what we want and what seems to be, beneficial for the listeners. So
yes, that way we could get through every topic.
Yeah, so we can get through everything. We can just run through it and not slow down. So Mass and None podcast episode 292. Make sure that you guys hit that like button on your way out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you never miss a single episode. And make sure that you check us out on audio podcast platforms. And if you don't find us on your favorite audio podcast platform,
join the Discord. Join the Discord and harass us until we place the podcast on your obscure podcast listening platform. Join it anyways because we're always on there fucking off. So that's it.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody that suggested topics on the Discord. We appreciate you guys. So that's at
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión.